What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Grip and Rip and Fishing. My name is Trey, and we're out here at a pond that I've fished before. I've caught a few fish bank fishing right over there by the little bench, if you can see it. So I spoke to a biologist that comes out here. She does the water testing, and she said that sometimes the creeks and the marshes over here, they actually overflow into this pond, raise the salinity, and she doesn't know about the fish population. But interesting fact, talking to a friend of mine, Paddle and Hook Fishing, go check him out. He actually said that last year the beavers dammed up the creek, and so my thought process is that if the beavers dammed up the creek, then there wouldn't be as much water coming in from the creek to raise the salinity here. So if the salinity dropped, the fish population might have thrived over the last year. So since we don't have a lot of time, I want to get out here, try a few different things. We'll change the size profile, we're going to change the colors, and we're going to go swim bait first. I think I want to try that first, and then we'll move to the soft plastic if that's not going to work. So, and I think I want to start with a like a fiery red craw crankbait. It's a little bit big, but I think it could work in here. There's a ton of crawfish in this area. And you know what they say? They say match the hatch. So because there are so many crawfish in this area, I figure, you know, it might work. All right, so there's fish jumping out of the water over here. So I want to try to sneak up on them. I'm going to slow play this and just kind of drift on over there and cast into the area. They're obviously active. And I don't know what it is. We have a ton of carp that jump out of the water in our area too. So it's not always bass when you see them jumping out of the water like this. All right, so I got a little weedless jig with a crawl trailer on it. We're gonna throw this out there. There's more natural color. There's fish jumping all around here. This has got a little bit smaller, I guess it's a little bit longer of a profile, but it's not gonna be as big of a bite. It's not quite as wide. I was using a pretty big square bill. Well, we're now getting rained on. They always say that the bigger fish get active when it's raining or when the water's rough. Basically, the bigger fish aren't afraid. They'll come up and feed. They're already wet, guys. They don't care. Oh, just had a bite. Fish is on. Here we go. Oh, it spit it. Right at the boat, too. That was a good one. See if we can take it again. I didn't even know I had him on. It was swimming at me. Couldn't even tell I had it. It was so subtle. It took a little bite and then swam at me, and there was slack in my line. When I reeled down, I realized the fish was still on. Got me. Fish. A decent one too. Get the net this time. We're not gonna lose any more fish. I had a video last time where I just couldn't get the fish in the boat because my idiot self decided I didn't want to use the net that I bought. So we're gonna use it from now on. And that is a great way to start the day. That might be the same one that just jumped out of the water on me. That is a decent bass, guys. I think this is chunky, man. This is dense. It's not that big, but it's definitely eating well. Look at the belly. Look at that belly. Definitely eating good out here. This thing is girthy. That is a beautiful bass. Look, guys, this is like, it just doesn't make sense. The mouth on this thing is not big. The body on this thing does not match the weight that I'm feeling in my hand right now. This is a fat fish. All right, guys, we are gonna get this back in the water. First fish of the day, and it was a good one. It didn't disappoint. I'd be, I don't want to bite my tongue here, but I'd be happy if this was the only one we caught today. I don't know what's in here, so this is the biggest fish I've caught in this pond before. The other ones I caught were maybe half a pound. This is a solid 2.5, pushing 3. It's just fat. It's a small fish, but it's fat. So we'll get this back in the water, and we'll get fishing again. There are just too many fish jumping out of the water over here for me not to check out. They're toying with me. I'm over here fishing, water's calm, and then behind me I just hear fish jumping out of the water every 30-40 seconds or so. So we're gonna come over here and cast for a few minutes and see what kind of fish they are, see if we can get them to get interested in what we're throwing. Alright, so I think I just got the confirmation I was looking for. The fish just jumped like 10 feet from it. It looked like a carp. I think they're kind of gathered around this bird feeder trying to forage for whatever they can find. So we're gonna move back out to the deeper water. I don't think these are bass jumping around, so I don't want to waste any more time on these carp. I thought they might be bass. A little bit confused about the weather, but I think that's not the case. So we're gonna move back out here, try to get on some predator fish. Had a bite, guys. Missed it. Let's try this again. He's definitely interested. Hit it twice. And then when I reeled down, there was no tension on the line. It's back. All right, let's see if it takes it this time. The line's moving. I think it's got it. Check this. There we go. There we go. A nice bass. That one didn't even need the net. The little guy. Small fish, but hey, that's a nice bass. So I cast it out there. This thing hit it twice, and then when I reeled down, there was no tension in the line. So I cast it right back out in the same spot, reeled it back up, and sure enough, it thumped it one more time. I left it alone, and my line started moving, so it definitely took it. And so I reeled down, set the hook, and sure enough, there it is. So both fish we've caught today have had a nice fat little belly. They're definitely eating up in here. I think maybe Prespawn is upon us. I'm gonna get this back in the water, and we got a few minutes left. We're gonna try to get on some more. So right before I caught that fish, I made a decision to switch up to a Chasebait. I think this is a flip flop and darker color. So it's cloudy out here and there's not much visibility, so I decided to switch it up and go with something dark so that we had some more contrast in the water, and it surely paid off because we hadn't had a bite in about an hour, and then we threw this out there a couple times and we got some action, guys. Ah, we're getting rained on. This is not a drizzle. Ah, we're gonna get out of here. I am not wearing the right clothes for this. It's still like 50 degrees and windy. And all I've got on is a hoodie, a pair of jeans, and I am cold right now.